Greetings, Film Masters! My name is Michael Freudenberg. We're building the Apprehension engine. This is part 2. We are building the base and starting to build the sides. You will need some PVA glue, you'll need a saw, and a few items which are listed below in the description of this video. So, without waiting anymore, let's get straight into building the Apprehension engine. For the base, I'm using 40 centimeters by 1.2 meters in length. It is 5 ply and it's 7 millimeters thick. Now, the first thing we're going to do with the very first measurement is we're going to cut it at 51 centimeters. And as you can see in inches, it's just a little bit longer than 20 inches. And you can see the measurements there. Now, for this demonstration, I'm going to be using a black texter just so I can show you the measurements on the individual items. I'm also going to use a square. It's a good idea to use a square to make sure that you get a nice straight line and obviously make sure that the base is square. It is the base or the foundation of the Apprehension engine. So as you can see, I'm doing it because of the length of it, unless you've got a longer square. I'm just doing it on each side, and then I'm using a piece of timber that is nice and straight just to draw a line across. Now, depending on the type of tools that you have, you could use a jigsaw, a hand saw, a circular saw, anything that you can use to make the cut. Now, I'm just going to show what is the wastage side, but keep the timber. And I'm going to use a hand saw in order to cut it, just to show you that you can actually make this with really basic tools. So first of all, I'm going to cut on the outer side of the line, and I'm going to show you a close-up of that shortly. I'm using my finger as a guide in order so I can keep the blade nice and straight and square on the cut. And here's a close-up. You can see I'm cutting on the outer edge or the wastage side of the base. And I'm just going to speed the video up, but I'm actually making this cut on a workbench. I've got a weight on the other side of the timber so it doesn't move around too much. Now, it is a good idea to get somebody to give you a hand making this cut. It's one of those projects, like, for example, if you don't have the carpentry skills, it's okay. You can learn along the way. So use this as a project to learn it. If not, ask your parents or even grandparents. Generally, grandparents got a lot of the old skills and will happily spend the time showing you how to do the basics of woodworking. All the skills that I've picked up over the time, I learned from my grandfather, who used to be a timberman. I used to make cuts of timber and stuff like that, so he used to show me when I was younger. So there's the cut we've made for the base. Now just get some sandpaper and just go along it and just gently remove it. Now, one thing you'll notice that with plywood, sometimes it does peel up when you've made the cut, just like this bit here. And I'm going to show you really quickly how to fix that, just using a bit of glue and a bulldog clip. If you don't have a bulldog clip, you can use a clamp or anything like this. These little clamps are great. I've got a whole packet of them. You get them for like $2. Now there's the little piece of the MDF that's lifted up. And all I'm going to do is get some wood glue. Now, if you've got any other type of glue for gluing wood together, you can use that as well. But it's a good idea to use PVA glue. It's a wood glue that a lot of carpenters use, obviously. Now, I'm just going to use a damp cloth just to wipe off the excess, and then I'm going to use the bulldog clip in order to hold it down. Should be dry within about 5 minutes or so, but that's fine. That's the base. We're going to put that aside now and just let that dry, the little damaged part, so it's set. And we're going to work on the sides now. The timber I'm using is 42 millimeters by 19 millimeters by 1.2 meters. I'll just show you the measurements on the tape measure, just so you know what the sizing is. And what we're going to be doing is cutting it at 24 centimeters, and we're going to need 4 of these. Now I'm using the metric system, so centimeters and millimeters. However, I'm using the tape measure, so those who use Imperial can see it in inches. So here we are, that's 24 centimeters right there, which is just almost 9.5 inches by the looks of it, so very close. So we're going to make that measurement. Now, there is a rule, measure twice, cut once, and that way you don't make a mistake. So measure it, mark it off, and then recheck the measurement again. And then I'm going to use the square, and I'm going to square up that piece of timber so that I can make the first cut. And again, we're going to be cutting 24 centimeters in length, and we need 4 of them. Now I'm going to make this cut on the workbench. However, if you've got a vise, which I have, obviously you can put it in the vise like I am at the moment. Now I'm using a spare piece of timber just to run against the blade of the saw, and that will assist in making sure that my cut is nice and square. Now, when I've finished making this cut, I'll measure up the next 3 pieces of timber using the same measurements, and I'll do the same thing again. Now, when you finish doing that, just go over the top of all 4 pieces with some sandpaper and just remove the splinters from the sawing. Now, if you cut one piece of timber a little bit too long, you could use a sander and just sand it down and put it so that it is exactly the right measurement. But what you want to do is do what I'm doing at the moment and line up all 4 pieces of timber and make sure that they're all the same length. Then I'm going to mark these as 1. So these pieces are going to be part 1, and they're actually going to be a part of the bottom support for the base of the Apprehension engine. So as you can see, nice and square. Now put them away and we'll do the next one. So the next piece we're going to be cutting using the same type of timber, 28 centimeters, and we're going to need 4 of them as well. And because I'm measuring these in metric, again, I'm going to use my tape measure and show the Imperial version. So obviously you can see 28 centimeters, which is just above 11 inches. And again, I'm just going to make that measurement on the next piece of timber. And again, it's 28 centimeters in length, and we're going to need 4 of those. Now, when you're creating yours or measuring it up, make sure you use a lead pencil. Again, I'm just using a texter or a thick black pen so that you can see what I'm actually doing. And again, making that measurement and just making sure that I'm checking the measurement twice in order to make sure that I haven't made an error before I make the cut, because we don't want to waste any of that timber. And then we need to cut 4 of them. So here they are, lining them all up. And I'll make sure that they're all square, and they are. And then I'm going to mark these as 2, and they are going to be a part of our side framing. Now we need another cut of the same timber, and this is going to be at 20 centimeters times 2. So these are going to be the front part of the frame in this video. So let's measure that up. So as you can see, it's just a little bit shorter or a little bit shy of 8 inches, but you can see the measurements there. And again, we're just going to make this measurement, so 20 centimeters on the same piece of timber. Now, if you don't have a tape measure, that's fine. Use a ruler or a rule, and that will allow you obviously to make those measurements. If you've got a tape measure, that's great. Use that. And obviously a square is definitely a tool that you should be using. If you don't have a tool, or a square, I should say, you can create one. And so here we are, making sure they're the right length, they all match. And we're going to call this number 3. So there's only 2 of these at 20 centimeters. And so when we're finished, what we'll have is 3 stacks. We've got 24 centimeters times 4, and we've got 28 centimeters times 4, and 20 centimeters times 2. And you can see they're clearly marked 1, 2, and 3. I'll put the sides together now. So let's start off with number 1. So one of the 24 centimeter in length. And we're going to get a number 3, which is the 20 centimeter in length part. Now, the 20 centimeter must sit in front of number 1, like I am showing now. So what it is number 3, which is the 20 centimeter, is the front of the Apprehension engine, and it sits on top of, as you can see, or number 1 slides into the side of number 3. So what I'm going to do is use the vise now. I'm going to put 1 into the vise. I'm going to use the PVA glue on top of number 1, so on the leading edge, as you can see. So put a good amount on there, and then I'm going to sit number 3, which is the 20 centimeter front part of the Apprehension engine, on, as you can see where the line is, and I'm going to sit that on top of, and then I'm going to use a set of nails. So I'm going to use 2 nails into it. I'm going to use flathead nails. Now these flathead nails 4 centimeters in length by 2.0 millimeters. And I'm just going to put 2 in on each side, just so I can hold it in. And so what will happen is the 2 nails will actually hold the timber in there and the glue will set. Now you also need to make sure that the timber is square, so make sure that you get it nice and flush on both the leading edges and the corners. And again, put the second nail in and that will dry. So that is the part ready to go. That's the first one, and we're making 2 of them. So once you do that, so again, you just follow the same steps I just showed you in order to make this part, and you'll have 2 of them, this one and a second one. So we've got the 20 centimeter at the front, and that's going to stand up. The longer part, which is the 24 centimeter part, that is actually going to be glued to the base, and then we're going to obviously put the rest of the sides together in the next tutorial. And that is part 2 of building the Apprehension engine. So we've built the base and we started to put the sides together. In the next part, which is part 3, we'll actually finish off the rest of the sides, and then we'll start to put the framing up so that you can start to see this musical instrument come to life. If you want to become a Filmmaster subby, it's pretty simple. You can subscribe to the channel, you can like me on Facebook and or on Twitter, and until next time, don't just film it, master it.